Alright guys, so today we are going to take a look at how based the Gundam Breaker 4 community is. So we are going to be taking a leaderboard and we are going to quickly take a look at the parts that people are using the most often. So right off the bat, like the top 5 for example, we are flooded with Lupus Rex, S Gundam, Double Zeta, Strike Freedom, Double O, L Strike, Stray Red Dragon. Okay. We have R72, Gundam Arios, and then another Barbados 4th one, bro. You guys are crazy. So there you guys have it. So yeah, y'all kind of base for this whole listing over here. I think some of them are pretty usable, like S Gundam's Awakening, Alice System's good, Double Zeta for the head EXQ. Strike Freedom, nothing is probably for the aesthetic, same thing as Double O, and then Stray Red Dragon is another good one for melee. So some of these for aesthetic, while some of them are usable. Like this one, I think people are using it simply because if you are activating any awakenings, I mean like your transams. I know I'm not using the right terminology, but when you go into like your transam or you activate, what else are out there, like NTD for example, the eyes from the Lupus Rex actually give you that streak, that red streak people like, so that's probably why people are using it a lot. Torso, we have Quanta, Strike Freedom, again, Lupus Rex, and then we have Glaze, Unicorn, Exia, L Strike. Okay, so you guys can see the list is kind of repetitive in a way. Most of the parts that has been used the most are kind of like your fan favorite in a way. Quanta, I know people why using it is a pretty decent torso. It does have a Transam, it does have a healing, so obviously why wouldn't you use it? Strike Freedom does have a Beam Blast EXQ, so that's probably why people are using it as well. And then Lupus Rex, simply it has the Awakening, I believe, right? And the wild card in here is actually Glaze. Glaze actually makes the spot, which I don't know why it did. You guys can definitely let me know why Glaze is on the top 4. That's crazy. And we have Unicorn. Unicorn also has NTD. And Ixia. Does Ixia have anything in its torso? I can't quite remember, but okay, sure. In terms of the arms, it's pretty decisive. Both of them are going to be pretty much mirror matching each other, so I wouldn't necessarily have to go, both of them at the same time. Destiny is a pretty fun one to use because you obviously do have the Beam Boomerang, and then you have the Palm of Death, you have the Palm of Fantasina. That's the naming of it, right? I think. And Exia arms, does it have? I think it either has an OP or EX on that. It's a mainly EX. I don't think it does the highest amount of damage, but sure. And we have Lupus Rex again, which obviously serves nothing. I don't particularly know why it's up there. Not really sure. And for Open Unicorn for the burst action and a pretty deadly EX skill that allows you to kind of ground break it allows you to break the enemy easily, so that's a fan favorite for sure. Shining Gundam for the shining, for the shining finger obviously, so that's a pretty good one. Serving Custom probably for the Dual Gatling OP, I guess, because actually with assortment of EX, so that's pretty good. Let's move on to the legs. Strike Freedom. Okay, I don't know if that's like a valid one. Like, dude, like take a look at how many times it has been used compared to the second. Like anything from second all the way into the 9th place, they are pretty much neck and neck. But Strike Freedom is just like through the roof. That's crazy. Big Burning is definitely a valid one because it has probably one of the highest damage dealing EX skill on there, so no contention at all. Again, Lupus Rex, not really sure why it made the spot. 007 Sword G, that's a pretty good one with assortment of EX and OP as well. And XCM, not really. Look at all of them. All 3 of them made the spot. Okay, and then in for the Justice, Lupus, and then Gundam, and then TR6. Okay, TR6 made the list for the legs. I guess it's probably for the custom build aspect, I would have to assume. Maybe, yeah. Backpart, we have Double Riser, Strike Freedom, Destiny, Double Quanta, Virtue, Phoenix, Serpent, Force Impulse. Wow, this is a pretty diverse. You don't really, you don't see necessarily like most of the fan favorite. I mean, Double Riser is pretty utility wise is good. I definitely say that for all top four is good, even top five. Like Virtue, you get the GM Beam Cannon with the GN Field, so it's okay-ish. But I would probably like they're so close. Like I would, me personally, I would rank like swap them in order and probably better. But obviously, people are using it for a specific reason. That's why it's being equipped the most. And again, Double Riser and Strike Freedom has by far the most leading as far as all of them. So that's crazy, man. Atomic Bazooka, that's definitely not a contender at all. The 180 mm cannon, not really sure why that's being used a lot. The Mega Gatling gun, not sure why. I assume it just simply is one of the better Gatling gun to use. And the high energy beam rifle from Strike Freedom. Okay, that's a pretty valid one, I guess. All the other one, I mean, I have tested out all of them, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're anything good or they're not anything as interesting to me where I will run them over Atomic Bazooka in a way. Atomic Bazooka is definitely on its own niche, while the other one are kind of valid in a way. We get the Large Mace. Large Mace definitely. Oh, Large Mace is not ahead by a lot of them. Some other ones are good, like the Heat Hawks. Probably a lot of people use. I think these two, they are in here because of the tutorial. Probably that's why it's equipped a lot. I don't see them being anything too special. Chainmail is an interesting one then. Because it's a whip, but people choose to use this one over any of the other whips. So I assume because it has this and the chain whip has, the chain mai has like the actual mai being attached in there. I don't know this explode. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of speculating. I'll definitely have to try on that real quick. We have the experimental twin beam saber, obviously for the twin blade category. So people obviously want to use that. Melee is a good one. That's for sure. The battle axe. Okay, GM Buster Sword. This one should be from Arch Gundam. I'm not sure why it made the list or being used the most. It has to be for customizing. I don't see people just using it just to use it. I assume it has to be some sort of like customizing. GM Sword 3, another WoW card in here. And then we have martial art. So that's decent right there. Alright, lastly, we have the shield. We have the Radiator Shield. Obviously, pretty valid one for the Atomic Bazooka EX skill. So that's why people are using it by the long shot. Look at that. It actually doubles the second place. That's crazy. Most of them are actually EX or OP base or no. Yeah, so they are good. For sure, Arios is good. Curious is good. Gundam Shield. I'm assuming that's because it's default. You have that one. And we have the Carry Beam Shield from the Infinite Justice, another pretty good one for the grappling hook. And we have the GN Shield, presumably for the GN Field and whatnot. But there you guys have it. So this is the list that you guys have probably have used a lot. So kind of base, honestly. I don't know. But we have equipped ourselves with the very rank one of every part possible. So we're going to hop in probably to a quick gameplay of maybe like an extreme quest. I don't think this build is good enough, especially how I built it. I don't think it's contender to be in the new type quest. So I'm just gonna quickly hop into a extreme. I'm just gonna see how it operates, and then we'll see, are they simply for the aesthetics or are they actually utility wise and good as well. Alright, so let's kind of see. Let's actually use this real quick. Okay, we did not one shot, unfortunately, right? Alright, I think Atomic Bazooka should do a lot of damage in terms of, what you gonna call it? The extreme stage? Like, we should have no problem. That was the GN Micro Missile, actually, okay. Alright, let's go into Trans Am real quick, and you guys can see the red streak. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, that's why you guys are using that, huh? For that aesthetics, huh? Alright. I take it. Alright. Let's actually use the Freedom, the Strike Freedom EX real quick. Oh, it breaks pretty fast. Yeah. Oh, we have the mace. Forgot about that. I was like, why does it feel so a little bit weird? But yeah, we have the mace. Let's try that out. So the mace, obviously, you can, if you can get it right, the thrust or the stabby stab, however you want to call it, is a really busted EXQ move, like, or excuse me, melee move. Like, I don't know, man. Like I was able to kind of beat like the rest of the extreme or the new type quest because of that. Alright, I'm kind of tired. Let's pop one of these real quick. That's a lot of damage, obviously. Alright. Yeah, this build is not cohesive at all, I would say. Okay. Alright, let's actually activate this real quick. And let's actually toss out the risers, or how about that? Let's actually do that real quick. They're like right. I don't want them. Let's do this. Yeet. We didn't do that much because it still had the kind of like the barrier in a way. All right, let's do this. Bam. All right, I feel like y'all see me use the Atomic Bazooka a little bit too much lately, right? Because I made a few videos on it, so that's why I have been consistently using it. All right, dude, I can't even get it right. Yeah, that's the thrust. That's simply the thrust. Let's use this. Yeah, at least the connection of that is good. It's this. Dude, come on, man. There you go. I'm just gonna use this. Speed through it. But even extreme quests, it's taking a little bit to take down these mobs. Surprising enough. There's one more. Alright, let me actually pop Transcend real quick. So both the double riser backpack and then Quanta chest, they do provide Transcend. I just have both of them equipped because there's not another slot that I can have things on anyway. So I was like, alright, why not? It's not like we really need it for this build specifically, because like even if you don't use any OP or EX, simply the Atomic Bazooka and then the large mace will carry ourselves like pretty good, right? Let's actually use the grab real quick. Oh, I thought it's gonna do the finishing blow, but it's not. I'm sad. Alright, let's use one of this. Not the best damage, obviously, right? And then we can pop one of this. And pop another one. And maybe another one. Alright. Oops, we did not connect that one too well. 90 degree, that's a lot. Alright. Oh, you should go into Transam again. I can't even use this anymore. Okay, there you go. Oh, like, I keep fumbling it. Alright, I'm just gonna launch the Rajasa real quick. Gonna see who we're gonna hit. Alright. Didn't do a lot, right? I thought we were gonna for sure kill. I blame the abilities that I have. I don't have the best abilities in this build, so I will just blame it to that. Simply speaking. Alright, there you go. Perfect. And then perfect. Alright, so final wave. Let's gonna see how do we want to do this. Let me actually start up by using the Strike Freedom EX here real quick. Okay. I mean, it kind of does what it needs to do, right? All right, yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I was like, if you're not gonna come down, I'm just gonna go up and find you. This. Use the missiles real quick. Yep. And then let's get the grab. Oh, we missed. We whipped it. All right, let's do this. Only 57k, you say, or 5,000? You say, wow, that is bad. All right, just gonna blow this one away. Let's go. Come on. No? Where's it at? Oh, somewhere on the other side. What the heck? Oh. Alright, yeah, I was like, that should be it. Alright, and there you guys have it. So this is pretty much every single rank 1 part that people have been equipping the most, and I have just now contributed to an extra count of that as well. So with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of taking a look at every top rank part that people have been using the most, and I'll be catching you guys up on the next one.